Hey guys, just had a conversation with a family member and heard that one of our one of the friends of our family, or a daughter of a friend of our family, has suicided, and that led to a bit of a conversation about it. I just want to talk about this because it's a big topic. First of all, from our own point of view, I understand what it's like to feel that we don't want to continue and that life's become too difficult and that there's not enough good things going on and it's all bad and we don't want to do it anymore. And I totally understand all that. And I have been there where I felt like I don't want to do this anymore. I've had enough of this. I don't want to do it. I want it to stop, And I think lots of people have been there at different times in their life when they get close to that feeling where they don't want to do it anymore, don't want to be around anymore, be happy to die. And I think everybody at some stage in their life has felt something like that. But what inevitably happens is it gets better. That's usually the low point. Life is like that, isn't it? It's just a constant wave of really good and bad and really good and bad. And it's just life. It's just what life does. And when you hit that bottom, sometimes it might be a really low that's the lowest you've ever been, and you think, no, I can't do this anymore, and it's all too much. And I understand people say that people have a right to kill themselves if they want to. It's their life, and if they want to kill themselves, they have a right to. I understand that thinking as well. But we probably only get one life. I mean, could be wrong. Buddhists actually think we get another one. Lots of people believe we get another one. We might. I hope we do. I really hope we do. But we don't know. This might be the only one we get. It might be the only one of this style we get, where we can sit out in the sun and enjoy the warmth, or, enjoy some tasty food, or enjoy a day with a friend, or something like that. So it might be the only one we get. So we don't really want to cut it short. The other thing is that cycle inevitably comes back. When you hit the bottom, sometimes you hit the bottom and you think you can't go on, and then it goes lower. Happens. When you've got a bad run happening, some bad stuff happens, it gets worse. I can't take this, and it gets worse. It does happen. But inevitably it comes back up. There's always another day. There's always another good day to be had. It's inevitable. Even people that are suffering with all sorts of diseases and things, and they're in pain and things, they still have the occasional better day. So, this video is really aimed at people who get to this point. If you never get to this point, then that's good. Great. Go and watch a music video. But this video is really aimed at people who get to that point where they just feel like they can't do it anymore. I understand where you are. I've been there, where I've felt like I didn't want to do it anymore, but just remember that there will be another day. Whatever you like, whatever you enjoy in life, whether it's sitting in the sun, or the simple things are always the best. Having lots of money or all that other stuff, we don't really know what's going to happen with all that. Big bills, that's a common thing. Pressure from school exams, or pressure from too many bills, or all that shit passes. School exams and university exams, that passes and it fades into the distance, and you won't even remember in 5 years' time. And that's the other thing. Whatever it is, when you get to that point where you're really down, it will pass. Now, I know old people like me say that all the time, it will pass, but it's because it's true. It's true. Whatever shit is going on that gets you in that point, it will pass. And then at some stage in the future, you're going to look back at that and it will seem unimportant. And it really will. You break up with that person and you're heartbroken. Been there, but it passes. The people that I've had broken hearts before. I look back at them now and it's just a faded memory. The pain passes. It really does. It heals, and you move on and you look back and go, oh yeah, remember? Geez, I was really depressed after that, but really, she wasn't right for me anyway. It fades into the distance. It fades into the past. School exams, university exams, debt. I've been there, owing lots of money, and everybody wants money, and you haven't got any, and you can't pay your bills, and it's all too much. It passes. That's all just shit written on pieces of paper, and it passes. A year later, 2 years later, 5 years later, that stuff's just a memory. God, remember that? That was shit. And it's gone. It's just life. It's just life. Everybody has it. Everybody has it. Nobody has a pain that nobody else has. There'll be someone somewhere who has a similar pain to what you do when you're in that point. But then it comes back up again, and then it goes down and goes up. It's just life. And I think the trick is, when you're in that shitty bit, to know that it will pass. The good bits pass too. When you're in the good bits, it's good to go, this is good, and appreciate it, because nothing good lasts forever either. It's all just this. It's just what life does. And when you're in that really crappy bit, it's just a matter of reminding yourself that it will come back up again. It will come back up again. It always does. And it comes back up. And then you go, oh shit, glad that's gone. Glad that's finished. Glad that's passed. And just bear with it until it passes, and don't do anything drastic in the meantime. You can still do it. If you get to that point down here and you want to kill yourself, just wait. Give it a week. Give it a month. Okay? I can still do it in a week's time. I can still do it in a month's time. I can still do it in a year's time if I want to. And just wait. Because chances are in a week's time you won't want to. Chances are in a week's time you'll be sitting in the sun with some friend, or you'll be doing something nice with some friend, and you'll think, geez, I'm glad I didn't do that. I'm glad I'm still here. It's better just to put it out of your mind as an option. I used to have it as an option when I was younger, when I was in my early 20s. I think there's something with our hormones when we're younger, and I used to have it as an option. Occasionally I'd think, oh, fuck it, I'll kill myself. But it's not an option. Life's too good. There's too much good stuff. There's a lot of crap, but the crap passes, and there's a lot of good stuff. It's worthwhile. It's worthwhile sticking around. And the bills and the debts and the assholes that break our hearts and all that other stuff that happens to us, it passes. That's not the point. It's the simple good stuff. It's having one friend or one family member that we like talking to, or sitting in the sun, or one cat we like, or dog. It's that simple stuff. It's that simple stuff. Our favourite cartoon on TV, or our favourite ice cream, or it's that simple stuff that we want to stick around for, because there's going to be some more of that. There's going to be some more of that. So, and that's our own thing, why we should stick around. Another thing is, if you know anybody who's had a friend or a family member suicide, think about what the people's attitude was about that person. Now, sometimes when people are in that sort of point, we want to show the other people. We want to show our parents, or we want to show those other people that we're not happy, and if we kill ourselves, then they'll be sorry, then they'll feel sorry, then they'll know how much pain we had, and then they'll feel sorry. Yeah. Usually the emotions, family members and friends of someone who kills themselves, usually the feelings that they have, personally they feel really bad. So if my friend kills himself, or my brother or sister or mother or father or somebody I know kills themselves, I will feel really, really bad. And I'll think, geez, what could I have done? Should I have talked to them more, or should I have done more to help them or something? Yes, that's true. I will probably feel those feelings. But my feelings towards that person won't be good. I won't think, oh, he was such a good guy. I'll think, what a selfish arsehole. And if my sister killed herself, that's what I'd think. I would think that while she was alive, I loved her. But if she killed herself, I would think, oh, while she was alive, I loved her, but she killed herself, and that was a selfish thing to do. What a bitch. That's what I'd think. And I'm just being honest. I'm not alone. The reason I made this video is the conversation I had with my family member. We were using nicer words, but that's pretty much what we were saying. That the girl that had killed herself was being extremely selfish, because she devastated her family and her friends, and she has damaged those people's lives a little bit forever. And any time they think about her, they're going to think bad. They're going to have bad feelings, and they're going to think bad things about her. They're not going to think good things. They might have some good memories about when she was alive, and that's the thing. People will remember good things about when she was living. When she was living, we loved her. When she was living, she was a good person. When she was living, she was she was great. But then she killed herself. And from the point that she killed herself, she was a selfish, inconsiderate person. And it is, guys. It is. It's a selfish option. Because we're saying, oh, I have a right to kill myself if I want to. Yes, we do. Yeah, I believe that. I agree with that. That's true. But it's extremely selfish to say, I'm going to end my pain by killing myself, and that's going to inflict pain on everybody around me. Because it really does. It really affects everybody. It affects everybody in your family. It affects all your friends. It affects the friends of your family and the friends of your friends. Anybody who knows anybody you know will be affected by it. It affects lots of people. And all of them will be feeling bad, and all of them will be feeling bad for the people who are hurting as a result of your selfish action. And I'm sorry, guys, but it's true. And nobody will be thinking good things about you if you kill yourself. It's true. It's a true thing. And anybody who's ever had a family member or a friend kill themselves, if they are honest with you, they'll say this. Even in Japan, where I've made a video about this on my Japan channel. In Japan, suicide is more socially acceptable than it is in a lot of other countries. And if you want to watch that video, it's on the other channel. But even in Japan, if someone suicides in Japan, it's not so surprising because there's 60,000 suicides a year in Japan, or 30, I can't remember, it's on the other video, but lots. And really high, really high. But I've known people here who've had family members suicide, and their feelings about that family member are not good either. There's not the same social problem with suicide here that is in other countries. They're more open about it. But even then, people here think less of that person. He was crazy. She was crazy, or selfish, or, because they've given up. They've given up trying, decided it was too hard, and taken the easy way out. And that's what you'll hear people say all the time in all countries. If someone kills themselves, he took the easy way out. Because it's easier. It's easier. When you hit that rock bottom, it's easier to kill yourself than it is to continue. Because continuing's difficult. Killing yourself, once you've done it, it's over, and that's it. And that's the way people see it, and that's what they'll think of you. He took the easy way out. She took the easy way out. She was too weak, or he was too weak to continue. He just gave up. He didn't try anymore. And in Japan, that's considered to be, and in every country. And that's why people see it. And you'll hear this. If you hear people who've lost a family member or a friend, and they're talking honestly, these are the words you'll hear. He took the easy way out. Selfish. Selfish. That was a very selfish thing to do. Look what he's done. Look at the damage he's done to all his friends and family. Look at the damage she's done to all her friends and family. It's not good. And people sometimes do it. They want sympathy, or they want people to understand how much pain they're in and all that sort of thing. Well, that's understandable, but it won't work. It's not going to be what people are thinking. People aren't going to be thinking, geez, he must have been really suffering, the poor guy. They won't think that. They won't think that. The emotions and the thoughts are much more complex than that. Nobody's going to be thinking, oh, geez, he must have been really depressed. He must have been really sad. That's terrible. The poor guy. Never heard it. You'll never hear it. They won't say it. They won't say it because it's more complex than that. So it's just not worth it, guys. It's not the solution. It's not the solution. It really isn't the solution. When you hit that bottom and you find yourself having those thoughts, just stick at it. Just stick at it. Just think about the other people. Think about the other people in your life, and you might at the time you might be thinking, I'll show them. I'll put pain on them. I'll show them. No, you don't want people remembering you in the future as being that guy that just couldn't, was a selfish arsehole that just gave up and took the easy way out. You don't really want that. And from your own personal point of view, whatever it is in your life that you enjoy, watching Simpsons on TV, or going to the beach, or the simple things. Don't worry about big money and cars and all that other stuff. That's good if you can get it, but it's not important. The really important stuff is, spending an afternoon with one of your friends, or spending an afternoon with a family member, sitting in the sun, reading a book, watching Simpsons on TV. Underestimated that. But there's lots of stuff like that. It's those simple little pleasures in life that are worth sticking around for, And we don't know what comes next. I hope there's a heaven. I hope there's a paradise. It's all Simpsons and chocolate ice cream. I hope so, or I hope the Buddhists are right and we get another go. That'd be good. Come back and have another life. But we don't know. We don't know what comes next. There might be nothing. So I've heard someone say once they thought that it was like going to sleep. When you go into a deep sleep, and you go to sleep for 10 hours and you wake up and it was like, whoa, and you knew nothing for 10 hours, it was just black. You know, I've heard people say they think that's what it's like. Could be. We don't know, but, you know, we're here now. We're here now. And it's so short too, you know. Life goes so fast. You hear old people say this all the time, but it's so true. You know, I feel like I just got out of high school and, you know, I'm old, way old, and it happens so fast. So you don't want to waste it. You don't want to cut it short. You know, it's fast enough as it is. Don't worry. Don't worry, it'll soon be over. Naturally it will soon be over. So don't cut it short, you know. Enjoy every minute of it. Savor it, you know, and enjoy the good stuff. Just be patient through the negative stuff. Lift your feet up. I've made videos about getting out of that depression too. Look through the other videos. There's videos about being positive thinking and stuff. You know, just be patient. When you're feeling shitty, go watch some Simpsons, eat some ice cream and be patient. And it'll pass. You'll feel good again. It'll happen. Okay? Stick with it. Don't do anything silly. Go sit in the sun, eat some ice cream, watch some Simpsons. More videos coming soon.